Secret exposed. There are several secrets that the WWE wants to hide from the fans, but thanks to the internet, we know several secrets of the promotion. I'm Jeremy, and here are 5 secrets WWE does not want you to know. Number 5, some wrestlers hate Saudi Arabia. WWE shows in Saudi Arabia have been surrounded by controversy, and over the years, a number of WWE superstars have refused to work these shows. In 2018, John Cena and Daniel Bryan, who were scheduled for a high-profile matches at the Crown Jewel event in Saudi Arabia, refused to compete. The alleged reason was the assassination of journalist Jamar Khashoggi, for which the Saudi government has been blamed. Roman Reigns was not always keen on wrestling in Saudi Arabia. In 2018, it was reported that Reigns decided not to attend the Crown Jewel event due to the controversial assassination. However, he publicly didn't attend the show for a different reason, as he announced that he was suffering from leukemia on October 22nd, 2018 on Raw, just weeks before the event. Even the honorary Us, Sami Zayn, is prohibited from wrestling in Saudi because of his Syrian ethnicity. However, WWE has never acknowledged this on television. Number 4, backstage heat between wrestlers. We often hear about wrestlers getting into altercations backstage. Remember Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch's title exchange segment on the October 22nd, 2021 episode of SmackDown? The segment was already odd enough, but it was followed by reports that the two women were involved in a heated argument backstage after the segment ended. This isn't the only example. Chris Jericho also confronted Brock Lesnar after the Beast Incarnate busted Randy Orton open at SummerSlam in 2016. Despite these incidents being well known amongst the fans, WWE has never made any comment about them. That's presumably because the company doesn't want fans to know about the backstage hatred between the wrestlers. However, in the age of social media, it's really difficult for WWE to keep backstage news under control. Number 3, WWE Superstars were held hostage. On the November 1st, 2019 edition of SmackDown, NXT Superstars invaded the Blue brand and destroyed the roster. It's a great moment for NXT, but the angle was probably booked because a lot of SmackDown's own roster was missing. Where were they? Well, WWE had Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia on October 31st of 2019, and the stars were booked on the show but couldn't return in time for SmackDown. Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer reported that the WWE stars were held hostage in Saudi Arabia to some extent. Over 175 superstars and members of the production team were forced to wait at the airport for several hours. Reports suggested that it happened because of a disagreement between WWE and the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. The two sides did reach an agreement for some reason. The wrestlers were stranded in the foreign country for hours and hours. Interestingly, Vince McMahon left Saudi Arabia on his private jet while hundreds of his employees were left behind in a panic mode. Number 2, referees are very useful. Referees are seen as the least important figures in a wrestling ring by some fans, but they are as important as the competitors in the ring. They are wired up and in constant communication with the production crew backstage at all times. This is so that they can pass on backstage information to the wrestlers during the matches. Whenever you see the referee check on the wrestlers, they are often passing on information about the next move in the match or reminding them of the time limit. And yes, referees aren't actually knocked down when a wrestler attacks them, it's all a part of the plan. These officials are usually the first people that assess any probable injury caused to the wrestlers during the match and ensure the athletes are safe while competing. And what we're trying to say is that the referees do their job at a very high standard every week, and their importance shouldn't be a secret. Number 1, WWE manipulates attendance figures. Over the years, WWE has allegedly manipulated the attendance figures, as several reports indicate a sizable difference between the announced and actual attendance counts at WWE events. Remember when The Rock announced that the attendance at WrestleMania 32 was 101,763? It didn't take long before the accuracy of that number was called into question by many people. Later, WrestleNomics reported that only 79,800 people attended WrestleMania 32 in a paid capacity, just 20,000 people short. Also, while watching WWE shows, it always looks like they're sold out, but when videos are taken by the fans in attendance, sometimes a lot of empty seats can be noticed. This means that the WWE can't fill arenas. They likely make fans sit in one area and focus their cameras on it. Well, unfortunately for WWE, they can't hide the secret anymore. And that's our video for today. If you enjoyed it, do share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel, Sportskeeda Wrestling, for more content like this.